How do you appeal to a weak man? Greed and lust. So it's actually the three G's. Gluttony, greed, and girls. That's how you appeal to the weak man. That's true. Gluttony, when men have very little, it's two-part problem. Hand-mouth coordination, that's gluttony. So the control there is a little bit off. And the will to be disciplined with what you put in your body, gluttony. Greed or gambling, you can use gambling as well. The moment you appeal to that, instant hit. I'm going to get a dopamine hit now. I will show my bras. I got a D4D bakkie for 200,000 Rand less, and I'll be seen as this guy that walks on water. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. If it's too good to be true, it is probably not true. Okay, price comparison. Now, I used a good example earlier that in the market today, the M3 that we bought should be selling to dealerships for 660, on the higher end 675, on the lower end 650. The fact that we bought the car for 630, it is a bargain, but it's not off. So if you're looking at a vehicle, for example, I'm going to use a smaller car, a Grand i10, and all the Grand i10s on Autotrader sell between 170 and 200,000 Rand. And you have this dealership that's presenting this vehicle at 85,000 Rand. If you buy that vehicle for 85,000 Rand, you are not using your brain to think. I don't know what you're using it for, but it's not to think. How do you use it to think? Go Autotrader, compare the prices, question. Now, I had a guy phone me yesterday, very interesting guy. Firstly, he phones me back to back while I'm in my sales meeting. And I kill the call and I send the message. After the fifth time, I'm also human. I pick up the phone. Are you actually on fire? Why are you phoning me 8 times? I don't have your number saved. I'm in a sales meeting. I've asked you on WhatsApp 5 times. I will phone you as soon as I'm done, but it seems like you're dying. Where do I send the cops or the ambulance? So it's a very young Afrikaans guy and he gets extremely rude. So back and forward, there's an exchange. You are nothing like on TikTok and attacking me. I said, exactly, because you phoning me 5 times back to back. What can I do for you? I sent you messages that I'm busy. Anyway, long story short, say to him, sir, I'll phone you back. I wusa, finish my meeting, I phone you back, sir, I apologize. I was snappy. I'm under pressure. He said I shouldn't have phoned you 6 times back to back. I understand. Cool. How may I help you? I want the D4D double cab. That's why the D4D is fresh in my mind. And my budget is 150. If there's anyone that can get it, you can get it. I missed one last week. So tell me about the car that you missed last week. D4D 4x4 automatic, low mileage. It was a bank repo. Said, how did you get this bank repo? No, it was just before they repossessed the vehicle. This vehicle is worth 400,000. Said, okay. Do you like to consider yourself a free thinker? May I challenge your opinion? Or are you aragat? No, you can. I said, cool. So put yourself in that consumer's shoes, right? You're about to lose your vehicle because the bank is going to come fetch it. And you're about to ruin your name because you're going to have a repo against your name. You've got a 400,000 Rand vehicle. You only owe 150. Are you that stupid? Okay, or brain dead? Not to go to a dealership and say, make me an offer on this car, I owe 150. I'm behind on my payments. I don't want to lose my name. Pay this car off and then give me the balance. Or are you really so doof that you allow the bank to come and fetch an asset which is worth probably 120-30% more than what you owe the bank, so that guy takes a knock so that you can get a bargain at 30 or 25% of the value. So he thinks about it a bit. He says, yeah, but it's a bank repo. I said, sir, I tried. It seems like I'm not getting through to you. I'm so happy that someone else got hit with that bakkie and not you. So let me find you a vehicle. Processed it again with him. Then he said, it makes sense what you're saying. cool, understand, sweet. We lifted up his budget. Realistic budget is 400. We're going to give him a cool car. So I'm not saying don't get excited and run away from a bargain. You must always go for the bargain. But if the bargain is 50 or 60% cheaper than the cheapest one on the market, then it's too good to be true. Then you need to be red lights on. You are not that lucky, my friend, to be able to buy a D4D for 150 when the real price is 400,000 Rand.